I'm going to be performing my original oratory speech for debate. I need to time myself, and this is how I'm going to do it. Oh, this is my cat, my best friend. This is Spunky. Just letting you know. She's totally down now. Okay. Alright, we'll begin. A state of confusion. Sunday, August 26, 2012, 7:31 p.m. Meaningless date and time for you. However, that was the beginning of a new outlook on life for me. In my speech, I will be covering the topic disrespect, the reasons for it, examples of it, and ways to prevent it. I grew up in a world where a man, or even a boy, would not even dream of walking through a door or onto an elevator before a woman. We called our elders ma'am and sir, not dude and chick. We did this because, well, it was a respectful thing to do. Not because they were older than us or had more authority over us, even though they did. But do you ever notice in today's society that the elders are the ones that's calling us teenagers ma'am and sir, that are respectful to us? Few teens are disciplined enough to have respect for not just the elders, but for everybody around them. How many of you have ever disrespected somebody you loved in your life? That led to a fight, argument, grounding, tears, etc. Was it worth it? As I was walking throughout the Magic Valley Mall, I observed teens and even young children being disrespectful to their parents, saying things like, "Mom, I want this, I want that, buy me this, you're embarrassing me, get out of my way, I hate you." Right then and there I thought to myself, how can somebody throw hatred at somebody who loves them so much? It fazes me. Only because I used to be just like them. Every single one of them. We all get annoyed with our parents, of course. We all say things we don't mean, because we take our lives and everybody else's for granted. Well, this year I'm a sophomore in high school, and at least once a day I observe teens anywhere from ages 13 to 19 treat other students with disrespect. Even teachers. I've seen it get so bad that one day my favorite teacher walked out of class because a kid made her cry. Our generation is in a state of confusion. A lot of teens nowadays don't even think to say excuse me, but instead say get out of my way. We all demand. We never use please and thank you. And instead of helping an older elderly woman across the street, we laugh at her. They sit there and make fun of her because she's old, and because of that, she must not know anything. To be polite is unheard of for today's teens. You never know what you have until it's gone. False. You always knew what you had, but you took it for granted, and when it's gone, you'll regret it. This has always meant something to me, but I never took it seriously until I was listening to a woman named Letty Barely talk to her granddaughter Lucy. She's talking about her son that passed away in late summer. She told her granddaughter how much she would have changed if only she knew that her son Brett would have passed away in his early 40s. And it stuck with me, in my head. Once a woman said that, I listened to her. I decided I would change for the better. And that was only about 3 months ago. I lived a life of 15 years being disrespectful to my parents, and that's not okay with me. We are now watching shows on MTV and Disney Channel that show complete disrespect to everybody around them. Television is one of the underlying reasons for all this generation's disrespect. We see a famous person, so it's okay for us to do it. Right? Wrong. There's an MTV show called Teen Mom, and in this show there's a woman named Janelle. She treats her mom with disrespect. She cusses at her, yells at her to shut up. She steals her credit cards, and her mom lets her get away with it. She just bails her out of jail. Okay. And Janelle shows no remorse. However, in a Teen Mom After show, Janelle stated, "I don't know what I would do if I would lose my mom. It would kill me. I, in fact, would be lost." There are terms that teens use nowadays that are so disrespectful they don't even realize how horrible the words coming out of their mouth are. For example, the term MILF. Seriously? That's so rude and nobody seems to care. Guys this generation call girls sexy, and they don't realize walking up to a girl and saying, "Hey sexy baby, how you doing?" is disrespectful. You may laugh, but it's not funny. No, it's not. Ladies, wouldn't you rather be called beautiful than a sexy bitch? I know I would. You know, I guess it's okay for boys, girls, men, and women to be disrespectful to each other, to be two-faced, to lie, to yell at each other. All of this shows that it's okay to be disrespectful. But what you don't realize is that it's not okay at all. People wonder these days why we have so much drama in our life. Well, disrespect. That's the number one answer. We all want common courtesy, but nobody has it. Kids see that being rebellious is what makes them big. That smoking at the age of 8 is the cool thing to do. That telling an older man to F off is funny. That screwing a girl is the tight thing to do. A rebel without a cause. Another cause for disrespect is broken homes. Both parents being single, living in different houses, swapping back and forth, rules changing. Both parents working all the time to make enough money for their children. They don't have time to discipline their kids, so they don't. The children then act out, and the parents can't say anything because it's their fault. It's their fault they act out. When somebody doesn't respect you, your initial reaction is to not respect them back. Think about this. What if that person were to die tomorrow? Give respect even if they don't deserve it. It can be hard to respect others. A lot of parents say things like, "He or she has not earned my respect." Parents often say this about their teenage children. I would like to say the new generation, scratch that. I would love to say that the new generation has respect for the elders. But we don't. The teenagers who disrespect everybody around them, especially their elders, gives me a label, and I don't like that. When I was growing up, my daddy wouldn't think twice of a nice swat on the butt. It put me and my 2 sisters in place. When we would get upset, he'd pour a cup of water on our heads and tell us to cool down. Being disrespectful to your parents 10 years ago was unthought of. So why is it all of a sudden okay for the new generation to show disrespect to everybody around them? Parents are searching for answers on how to make their teen be not disrespectful. Well, all of us know the solution. We just want to get our way, so we refuse to do it. But if I can change one of your minds and perceptions on the way you treat not just your parents, but everybody around you, I would have served my purpose. So straighten up. I'm not one to talk since I did it for 15 years, but it can make a huge difference in your life and the way you live. Do the dishes when your mom or dad asks you to. If you feel like yelling at them or talking back, throw a compliment at them instead. Don't mouth off to them. It's not worth it. Trust me. No matter what happens and how bad they agitate you, it's not worth the hatred. So like the woman I mentioned earlier said to her granddaughter Lucy, you never know what you have until it's gone, so don't take it for granted. Hi, my name's Lucy Hall, Lady Beerley's granddaughter, and on Sunday, August 26, 2012, at 7:31 p.m., I regretted everything I once said to my father when I was sitting next to his hospital bed, listening to his heart rate drop 10 beats a minute. Thank you.